So,
Good
we're talking
morning.
about AI. Have you used it? Would you use it?
Absolutely. So, AI, I just hopped on, guys. Hopefully, we've gone through the basis of what AI is. Because I know for me, when I first heard of this thing, I was like, oh, AI what? Now, granted, this is after 5G came. People were on these Oculuses. Like, I'm not know what's going on, right?
You need to talk about what it is because we did not define it.
Okay, let's hop in. So AI, artificial intelligence, I would say that that is a branch of computer science focused on creating systems, right? It's basically creating systems that are typically capable and performed by humans. They are tasks that include learning, reasoning, problem solving, understanding natural languages. I mean, honestly, it could do quite a lot. AI was something that I first said, okay, is this something that I'm going to use? When I first heard about it, it was using paraphrase apps such as like Qbolt, ChatGPT. I know we've kind of heard of some of these things, right? And I quickly had to ask myself, was I going to be afraid of this new thing or was I going to try to use it for my benefit, right? And unfortunately, folks, we are not going backwards, we're going forward. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, let me get into it. I have found since then that AI has tremendous benefits. I mean, it has increased my efficiency as an entrepreneur. It has helped me have cost reduction in certain areas and departments of my business. It definitely has enhanced our customer service, specifically within Logic Pro and some of the clients that we serve as well. AI, I'm huge on content creation. If you don't know my background, I am a entrepreneur by day, but I'm a digital marketing consultant by night. And so I do content creation all the time. And sometimes, especially being in the business of entrepreneurship for years, you sometimes have creative focus, right? Burnouts, blocks. AI have made it easier for me to say, okay, these are some of the topics or things I want to discuss with my audience that I know that they love. Help me come up with maybe some topics that I can discuss, or maybe some concepts or captions. I've heard people put together books or, all types of things with ChatGPT. Now, I am going to put a disclaimer out there. ChatGPT, although it has human focus or human intelligence, it is not human, right? So I am going to continuously say that it's important to leverage these tools, but not depend on these tools, right? Always review your work. This is a computer, right? Folks, computers do make mistakes as well as humans. So these are things to leverage and use, but again, do not depend on them.
Right. There has been reports of lots of hallucination with AI. That is why you definitely check your work. You check your resources, even if remember the days when they told you don't believe Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not a source. So even with that, you still had to go check your resources, go back. Now, AI is going to check the sources for you, but you need to check its work. You don't just, oh, AI said it, so it's going to be perfect. No, you need to go back and check the work. You still, as the human, need to make sure that it's accurate. Mark has another comment here, and he says, I'm waiting for an app where AI can take an audio file, turn it into animation based on my content. It does not yet exist in my research. There's a app that I'm using that it turns ideas into video, not necessarily animation, but video. So, Mark, when you find that, please let us know. And Dr. Tachi, well, we are on Dr. Tachi's Indie Suit Media TV, and I wanted to do something for our next episode, which will be coming up today on her program, on her station. And I was like, okay, I still want to talk about AI, how it works. So guess what I used to put it together?
What did you use?
I used AI.
AI.
I gave it what I wanted. how it could be used for small micro businesses and solopreneurs. And I told the video, I said I want it to be a certain length in video. I want it to be the music to be upbeat and light and fun. I wanted it to be all of the things that I desired to see in the video, right? It went and it took it, made a script. I think I can play you a little piece of it if you want to hear it.
We'd love to see it.
Yes, so it created the script, and I asked it because the one voice, I'm like, I don't like that voice. I need the voice to be a little deeper. It changed the voice. I told it what kind of captions that I wanted on it, and it created the video. So let me pull up this video. Oh, it's over here. I thought it was kind of interesting. It actually worked, and you can see the entire video. Let me make sure it's not going to just start playing. Okay, good. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over here and share a screen.
He is so cute.
Say thank you. Say I woke up just in time for the show.
Perfect. I hope everyone else did too.
Yes,
Yeah.
make it cute from Sterling. Okay, can you all see that?
Yes.
It's okay.
All right, let's see how this plays.
Artificial intelligence. It sounds complex, futuristic even. For many small business owners, the concept seems daunting, expensive, and out of reach. But you know, this perception is rapidly changing. AI is no longer reserved for large corporations with deep pockets and teams of data scientists. Like the transition from bulky mainframes to personal computers, AI is becoming increasingly accessible to everyone. Affordable software solutions and intuitive, user-friendly interfaces are breaking down traditional barriers. Now, solopreneurs and micro businesses can harness the power of AI to streamline operations, understand their customers better, and ultimately grow their enterprises. Imagine automating repetitive tasks, predicting customer needs, and making data-driven decisions, all with the help of AI. The AI revolution is here, and it's empowering small businesses in unprecedented ways. The beauty of this AI revolution lies in its simplicity. Gone are the days of needing a PhD in computer science to decipher complex algorithms. Today's AI tools are designed with the end user in mind, the small business owner juggling multiple roles and seeking efficient solutions. Picture crafting personalized marketing campaigns that resonate with individual clients, all thanks to AI's ability to analyze data and predict preferences. AI can automate tedious administrative tasks, freeing up time for you to focus on your passions, your products, services, and customers. Imagine no more late nights spent reconciling spreadsheets or chasing invoices. AI can handle these tasks with speed and accuracy, allowing you to dedicate more time to what truly matters, growing your business. The ability to leverage AI is no longer a luxury, but a necessity for staying ahead in today's dynamic market.
Okay.
This is an era of
Okay, where
unprecedented
is the video
opportunity
now
for small
that
businesses. AI empowers them to work smarter, not harder. It provides tools to optimize processes,
I am trying to
unlock
find out where the
valuable
video
insights
is.
and data, and make informed decisions.
Oh, there you are.
This newfound
Okay.
I love it, Fran. I love the idea. Is that the app that you and I were using for the I love it. I'm gonna have to get back in there and practice more. I didn't know it could, well, I did know that, but I just didn't look at it in this way for other subjects. I love the fact that it streamlines the whole process because as a trainer, the main thing we spend time on is how to explain complex things in a simple way, and then to go get the graphics, the illustrations, the models that are simplified so that people can grasp the concept and use it. And this just cuts through all of that. I would spend months researching things. And you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Putting together slideshows, putting together videos, trying to get these concepts. But now I can try it out this way, that way. You know what I mean, Silviana?
Yes.
And I'm still able to go to lunch.
That part. I was gonna say, I absolutely love the video. I'm amazed. A part of me is like technology. This is a little scary, but like I said, as it gave great facts. One, you have to use it to try to stay ahead in today's market. Two, it is used for entrepreneurs like ourselves that are looking for efficient solutions. And three, I personally use AI also for admin tasks, practical tasks, right? I'm not asking it to be my CPA. I'm not asking for it to interview or find my next, employee. Nothing of that sort, right? Typically, I'm using AI for day-to-day tasks such as sending follow-up emails, or maybe to sales clients, or maybe to clients, inquiries. Perhaps, like it said, using it to come up with marketing campaign ideas or things of that sort, themes to talk about, or trends that I may not be aware of in today's market. Sometimes I've used it to email marketing, follow-ups, lead generation, process automation. So for instance, if you are invoicing or doing scheduling, AI is great for that. I've also used it for data analysis. I know, Ms. Francine, you also mentioned that. Like, hey, trying to figure out the best way to conceptualize something or put together something together. AI will tell you, hey, I think these slides first in a PowerPoint. It's not going to put the PowerPoint together for you, but it is going to help you kind of generate that brainstorm. That's how I want you to think of AI, a first step, a great basis to get ideas.
Well, you
And
know what? I'm sorry, Fran. Go
no,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
I have found that this particular app that we were using would actually go out and bring in potential graphics for the slides and create a slideshow.
Okay.
Um,
See, and so we will put the link in the chat of what this app program is called. We'll put the link in the chat.
Yes.
That I went in there, it pulls all the stock footage. I did not have to go dig through, okay, what would go well with this sentence? Because I've done editing before, and editing takes hours and hours and hours just to find the right image to go with the message that you want to convey. That is the hardest part of any video.
Absolutely.
Because once you get the script down and the music down, now you got to go, oh my God, where am I going to find the imagery?
Yes.
I
And
didn't have to do that.
that's a big part of learning design, when you is finding those images and the fact that it pulled those images. And the thing that I like too is that when you work with AI, you can tell it what age level, what the audience, you can get real specific about your audience
Yes.
so that they can digest it depending on, who you're speaking to.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, AI is computer science. It's computer science that's specifically focused on creating systems that is capable of performing tasks that are usually required of human intelligence. So yes, I'm not going to say it's equivalent to us, because it does not have that empathy, right? It doesn't have that human-centric feel, that that people, that person to person. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have a personality. But absolutely, AI can do incredible things. I know we were talking about more user-friendly tools, such as ChatGPT, or I know HubSpot is used for marketing automation, or I know a lot of people use QuickBooks for financial management. But yes, there are thousands of tools out here, depending on how far your intelligence goes and how far also you want to utilize it within your business. But yes, I have heard of people utilizing videos, like putting their face in a system, uploading it, and then it kind of is saying what it, all types of things. I honestly am just now dibbling and dabbling, because AI is such a broad topic. But yes, for someone who's like, okay, how can I utilize it for day-to-day tasks? task, those are the way that me and my team are using it
Right.
currently.
And when you mentioned putting your face on there, I can put my voice to this video. I could have used my voice. Matter of fact, I at one time I gave it. I read some text, and it can synthesize my voice, and I could use my voice as the narration for this video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but I just need to, you need to wake up and speak properly so that it's giving you. But it sounded like me. I was like, whoa.
Today I was listening to a talk show, and they were talking about using AI in a dating app. The young man created the app. He used AI to screen the matches. They would have to answer these, survey questions, and then they were matched up.
Instead of
like,
the human, instead of the human going
Yes,
through the finder, oh, they like kayaking, and she likes kayaking, instead of doing it by hand.
Yes.
Exactly. AI sorted it and connected, and then from there you got the human interface. Interesting.
I think at this point, I feel like we are learning about, or being forced to kind of learn about AI day in and day out, because again, like you said, people are finding ways to use it in everything, in every aspect of life. I think overall, as entrepreneurs, there's definitely ways that we can leverage it. I think globally, if we want to talk on an ethic level, we're definitely going to have to figure out, how, like I said, how far are we going to use AI? What are going to be our boundaries, right? Because again, it is very important that you understand that you are way more valuable than technology. You know your customer better than any computer will ever know your customer. And that's why I like to make it very clear, even with explaining to my clients within their businesses, use AI to leverage so that you can find time as a CEO to be more effective, right? Or to say, okay, I like, kind of like we talked about when we said those 7 minutes, I know 2 episodes ago, Miss Francine, if you're saying, hey, I don't want to do those admin tasks in the afternoon, or hey, I may want to prep this PowerPoint later, use AI for something like that, more of as an assistant effort. But just know that you as a person is always going to be a way more effective in doing knowing your business overall.
Yeah, the human element cannot be removed.
No.
I think it ups our value, because now people want that connection. They want to know they got to. We've wanted to know this anyway, that we have a human being on the end of the line, but now it's like, you know what? I will pay extra. Do you understand what I mean?
To a human.
The value of the human connection is going to rise, not go down, because people want to know that they have made some kind of connection with a real person.
With that in mind, when I call into, I have T-Mobile as my service provider. So when I call into T-Mobile, I always get a human, always. Now, other places I called into, and the first thing you get is the AI asking you, so what can we help you with, so I can route your call to the right department, right? And so sometimes the people, the humans had to write that interaction. AI carries it out, but the human had to write it out.
Right.
Okay, and it had, when I had cable, it was okay. They always ask you unplug it for 10 seconds and put it back in, and you've done all those troubleshooting things, and you've told it that you've done all that, and they still took you through that whole troubleshoot. I was like, okay, this bot is not listening to me.
Yes.
And that cannot happen. So if you are using AI in your business, or since you will be, that process has to feel seamless to the person coming in. They need to feel the warm love and what have you, just like T-Mobile. Welcome to T-Mobile. How can I help you? And then you say blah, 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 blah. Then the human came right on the line.
Absolutely.
I was
Even, I think it should always be an option. It should always be an option. I remember me and my father, we went to go eat somewhere and they kind of were insinuating that we use the, little machines. And, my dad got frustrated. Like, I don't want to use a machine. I want to talk to a person, and even sometimes when you're using a mobile app, they don't allow you to customize things. It's still, right. It's different. So that is why, to your point, it is something for you to be leveraged, right? If you're going to be using it for customer service, I personally, and I'm going to say this very transparently, I personally do not like corporations or companies where I have to go through jumps and hoops to talk to someone. I don't like, there are some companies where there just isn't a phone number. You have to go through an inquiry, an email, a chat bot. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, good to know. Let me cancel my service because
right.
that's not efficient. A chatbot is not going to understand the complexity of my frustration, to be quite honest, right? Or know how to handle those certain situations. And that's the easiest way to lose a customer. So if you are going to be using it in a customer service way, use it to handle inquiries, right? Use it to handle that first step or to provide that 24-hour support. Let's just say at 2:00 in the morning, someone is looking for help and it's like, hey, we'll get back to you. Thank you for letting us know, right?
Right.
Use it for automated responses, for frequently asked questions, right? Questions that have already prior been answered, questions that are answered that people ask most often, right? That people want to easily know, such as maybe your shipping address or your refund policy or things of that nature, right? Do not make it the basis of your end all be all. Absolutely not.
Right. Mark has a comment here when we were talking about dating. He says, can I use AI to go on and pay for the date? I'll be at home watching Bravo. Mark has got jokes. So, with the AI and the customer care, uh, there is nothing like that human interaction. And if you can get your AI to make me feel like I'm talking to a human, have you ever seen that Discover commercial where the lady she calls in to Discover and said something, and she said, "Well, how do I know that you're not a robot?" And the lady answers her back and says, "Well, how are you? Are you a robot?" And she said,
Right.
"Well, how would I know?" Because it was such a human interaction. We don't want it to you don't want to know that, oh, this is a bot. Hey, Dr. Tachi, you don't want it to know that it is a bot. You want to know that you are talking. It should almost be like, am I talking to, is this live or Memorex?
Right.
Needs to be that close so that the person feels comfortable connecting with your company and not frustrated. And please put a phone number on your website. Oh my gosh.
I know. Or in an email. There are so many times for so many things I've done, events, trying to find a client, whatever, even doing a brand audit. I've noticed a lot of people do not have their emails or their phone numbers anywhere listed.
And we're like, I got a question. And sometimes the questions are not in your frequently asked questions, or I have a nuance that doesn't fit your frequently asked question. And I'm like, why am I keep searching and I'm looking and why do I need to find you way at the footer of the email? I mean of the website in a little tiny print off to the left. Come on.
In a very faint color.
And you're like, where are the people? I need to talk to a person.
Yes. And larger corporations, they have customer service departments, right? You know, we are small and micro business owners, and that is okay, right? And so like I said, Chat GPT, these automations, these tools are used for you to be in multiple places at once, right? As an entrepreneur. Personally, I use artificial intelligence more in an operations way. You know, I've helped some of my clients who have clothing businesses use it for inventory management, more so like being able to say, hey, you're low on this, right? To automate you, to make you aware of something, or maybe something is being purchased at high volume, things of that nature. I've also used it for, like I said, invoicing, scheduling. I've used it in college for paraphrasing. Like at this point, I think everything is called artificial intelligence, guys. So that's something to be aware of too. You probably used it and didn't know you have.
Right. And when I was writing, I used an app called the Hemingway app, right, to help make your writing very streamlined. And so you write your stuff and you put it in there, and it looks at your writing and says, there are 2 sentences that are very hard to read, or there are this sentences that are, and that was back almost 10 years ago. And I was like, so AI really has been around us. Somebody wrote the program to help you keep your writing concise and to the point, and and not having run-on sentences. Well, I learned about run-on sentences in English. I do not now need to go get the English book that I was studying with to find out, is this a run-on sentence? Is my grammar and
Right.
punctuation correct? That's what Grammarly does. That's what the Hemingway app does. And these things were already out to help you. Especially if you didn't do great in English, there is no excuse right now. You can put together a sentence. And Mark has another comment here. He says, over the years, some have accused me of having artificial intelligence. I was ahead of my time. Yes,
Yeah.
you were, Mark.
I've
Yes.
gone back to websites and they're now listed as AI. Like, you know, that's their industry trend. Like you said, like some of the paraphrase apps I've used now, it says artificial intelligence and like the definition. So yeah, like you said, a lot of people either that wasn't a thing to be categorized as yet, but as soon as they said, oh, I think this applies, I'm assisting, I'm helping in a way, they were listed as an artificial intelligence tool.
So our conversation today was AI demystified, because Silviana told us what it was, and you'll have to go back a little bit to replay that to get the definition. But would you use it, and how do you use it if you are using it? And hopefully this conversation uh, helps you get your toe in the water, to not be afraid of it, and to go study it out. And one of the things in the Bible says, in all you're getting, get understanding. We need to get understanding about AI, not be, oh my God, there's taking over, the bots are taking over the world. No, we just need to get an understanding that we've already been using it. We've already been using it for so long. We just didn't recognize it. And now we can make better choices. You don't have to have what is it when you go on, when they keep bouncing you from place to place on the phone? You don't have to have that. And
Transferring you. Let me transfer you.
well, you know how you call in. If you are looking for Mrs. Smith, press 2. If you're looking for press 3. The insurance companies are real good. Mine was for this. I'm calling in because I have a claim, but it's not any of the options you're giving me on the phone. And I'm like, I need to talk to a people.
I'm gonna tell them myself, I'm typically the one to dial 0 or the pound before I even know. But then if it starts over, I'm like, oh, here we go. Typically, I'll just say, oh, talk to an agent or operator, or I'm like representative. Like, I'm that person. But if you are, I will say this, if you are a business that has like a call back, I love that. Like, I don't want to listen to no music. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, a seamless process, really having the customer in mind. We just want to solve our problem. We don't want to talk to you either. We just want to get our question answered.
Yeah, we wish we did not have to call you in the first place.
Right.
However, make it a pleasurable experience when someone calls your company.
Absolutely.
And I think even if whatever that they've got going on to get resolved would be an easier resolve if the first encounter was a pleasant encounter. Well, that's all I have for today. I've stirred up some waters. We are doing our first Monday event at Seasons 52 today. We're going to talk some more in person about AI. And I need to put this, I promised to put this, who are these people? The AI people's video, ai.nvideo.io is the name of the company that I created this video with. That we saw today, and I'm going to put that in the chat. There's so many things. Yeah, there we go. We talked about so many things with that, and so when we get to First Mondays, we're going to talk some more about it, see how we all are using it, maybe pick up some ideas, because I heard our Silviana talk about how to use it to track your inventory, and you got to set it up. You know what I mean? You still have to set up the system. How do you set, what happens when a call comes in? How many days did we do that, Terry? For our process for when a call comes in.
Yeah, it took us about 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
But also we use things that in my business to tell me when my inventory is low. I know what you're talking about, Silviana, and it will put together reports. We can get those things done through different apps, and it's been beneficial. I know artificial intelligence has been around a long time, over 20 some odd years, because I ran into a young lady who was majoring in artificial intelligence, and I had a conversation with her. My kids were graduating from high school. I said, "What is that?" And we had that conversation, and now look where it is.
Yes. I think a part of staying, a forward-thinking entrepreneur is knowing that there are going to be some problems in your business. You want it to make it as efficient as possible, right? There's going to be some day-to-day problems behind the scenes. There's going to be some questions that your customers are going to ask, even if you're like, okay, how is that even possible? Did you read the description? People do not like to read, folks, right? You have to kind of keep all things in mind. That is why people always say failing forward. As an entrepreneur, you learn by doing, truly, right? You learn that, okay, I have a gap in place. Now, if you are someone that says, okay, do I need AI? Do I have a system? Reach out to me. At Logic Pro, we help entrepreneurs and clients better figure out their systems, their sales funnels, their automation, right? So that these day-to-day tasks are easier, so that you can create a seamless system across the board, so that you are customer-centric and customer-focused. I know for me personally, I will quickly get off a website if I don't know what you do or what's going on or how you can help me within the first 30 seconds. And I think most people are like that, truly.
Yes. And you are absolutely correct. I'm out. I cannot, I don't know what you do. And I got stuff to do. And you're not helping right now. So I got an 86 this. And we really we don't want to be that company.
No.
We don't. Like we are working, I'm working on for the Biz Chicks, our newsletter to be more, what's the word, shall I say, more engaging, but I don't want it to be robotic, where the articles are just written by AI. I've seen commercials on TV. I was like, that is so bot laden. And it's not, you can tell. I don't want it to be that way. I want it to be engaging. And I'm inviting our viewers, our fellow Biz Chicks, if you have a subject matter that you would like to include in our newsletter. We want to give you all exposure. Talk about what it is that you do. And if you want to write a piece, write an article, however you want to do it, or feature something in our newsletter so we can promote you, I'd love to do that. It helps us too because it gives us content, and I don't have to necessarily use AI to dream up content. You all have powerful things to say that will help our businesses grow. So we are here for that reason. Any final comments, ladies? Seasons 52 in person in Sacramento at on the Arden Fair Mall from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. today. And if you want to join BizChicks, you can join very simply by going to texting biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net, whichever works for you. If you need help taking the hassle out of your hustle, Silviana is your girl for systems and things of that nature. Terry and I do training and helping you understand whatever it is that you're getting into. We wanted help, especially with the systems. I see a lot of solopreneurs and small micro business owners who don't have systems in place. It's important to get your systems together. And then you can have peace of mind and you're not wondering what do I do next and how do I do it? Ladies.
It's really been a blessing. I really enjoyed it. Silviana, thank you for that definition and bringing us back into reality that, you always start with the definition. And I enjoyed talking about this subject because I think we use it more than we really are aware of.
Absolutely. It's most important to know that we've heard these things. These are words that I think everyone knows. AI, ChatGPT, it's an everyday language. But for me, I am very curious, and I think we all should be. So I'm like, okay, what's that mean? What, even with my, youngest of cousin who's 12, I'm like, okay, what is that new? Teach me what's going on, So yes, I like to start with the basis of what's going on. What does that mean? How can that benefit me? Okay, yes, I want to learn more. And if you are someone where this conversation benefit you, make sure that you are at season 52 today, so that you can learn more about this conversation. There's no reason to be in fear. There's no reason to have hassle, right? You have a community of people here to help you. So make sure that you leverage that.
All right. And for that is it for our coffee conversation. Mark, Dr. Taji, thank you so much for tuning in. You can find Mark Ward on Ask Mark Ward on YouTube. His podcast is the 4-Minute Mark. Please look for him wherever you get your podcast. And Dr. Tachi, look for her on indiesoupmedia.tv. And our program starting out is featured over there. Ari, why do I call you Ariana? Silviana.
Yes.
Silviana is going to be our hostess with the mostest over there. But today, our video will be all about AI and how it can be effective for you in your business. It's going to be good. So with that, we want to say thank you for allowing us to help take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. And we will see you tomorrow with Coach TJ talking about marketing talk, and look for Dr. Tachi on Wednesdays. Follow somebody, subscribe, hit the like, all of that stuff, especially on YouTube. See you next time.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Nice.